How about that for a backdrop, huh? Today we're going to talk about fat shots. A fat shot, as all of you probably know, is hitting the ground behind the ball. How about that backdrop? Now that's really something. I'm up here in Sequoia National Forest. Played golf earlier today down at a little place called River Island. Tough little golf course. They might need to trim some of those trees. Teeing off from the back tees on 18, you get to hit through trees that are not very big. But I managed to pull it off and made birdie on the last hole, so that was pretty cool. But anyway, okay, nobody cares about that. The reason you hit the ball fat is because your hands stopped moving, or you wanted the club head to catch up to your hands. So I'm going to use this pine cone here as a little illustration. And oddly, the reason you hit the ball fat is not because your hands are too low. It's because they didn't stay that way. So let me show you. If I come into this pine cone and my hands, I thrust the shaft down that direction behind the ball, and my hands are nice and low, but they stop moving, the club head catches up, and it will get too long too early. Here comes a motorcycle. Like I was saying, if I come down, my hands are too low, and I stop moving my hands, the club catches up, and it hits the ball or the ground before the ball. But if my hands keep moving and stay low, they're coming in this way, they stay low, they keep moving, that club doesn't ever catch up to my hands until it's past the ball. So the strange thing is that a lot of people are trying to prevent a fat shot by raising their hands. So once they raise their hands, the club head catches up and you hit even more fat shots. And the problem actually gets worse because you've applied the wrong solution. So the funny thing is, if you think of actually hitting the ball fatter, you're going to just really come down on that thing and hit it fat. You're not going to hit it fat because now your hands are going to keep moving through and stay low as they move through the ball. And what's interesting here is that the club shaft, so at address, it has a certain length. Well, we don't want to hit the ball when it's this length. We want to hit the ball when it's shorter than that. So essentially the club shaft, even though the shaft is rigid, it has no length because I can come through the ball and hit it like this. And my hands are only, so far from the ground, which there's nowhere near enough room for that shaft to get there. But that's exactly what we want. We want to keep that club shaft shorter than it needs to be, or shorter than it actually is. So our hands are too close to the ground for the club to be straight. And that's how you hit that descending blow into the ball with compression and effortless power. Now, if your hands stop, again, if your hands stop moving and you try to catch the club head up to your hands, they will stop. They will raise up because as the club head's going down, they're moving upward. And there's a fulcrum point in the grip, which Ben Hogan says is about where your thumb is. But if you think about that fulcrum point, if you stop moving and the club moves down, that handle has to now move up. If you can see that moving up. And your hand being attached to that will move up. and they can't do that. You have to imagine that your hands are traveling in one linear direction, the same as the focus point of the shaft, and you're going that way, which, because our arms don't stretch or anything else, they get pushed to the left, and you end up with a rotational swing, but with a linear thought or desire. To sum up, the reason you hit it fat is because your hands are nice and low, but you chicken out and you try to make the club head hit the ball, or your hands just simply stop and the club head catches up. But you want to keep your hands low and keep them moving nice and low, like a pro. You never see a pro finish like this. You always see them finish low and through